Hey guys, so on my last video I said I was going to make a video about the pros and cons of sugaring versus waxing. Now, a lot of people know what waxing is. That's hot wax, you put it on your legs, underarms, bikini, rip it off, and it's smooth like baby's bum. Well, in most cases. Not very many people know about sugaring. Sugaring is, well, it's a mixture, it's kind of like a gross squishy ball, but it's a mixture of water, lemon, and sugar, all combined at the perfect temperature, and you rub it on your skin against your hair and then rip it off towards your hair. With waxing, you do the opposite of that. You go with the growth of your hair, rip it off the other way. So a lot of people don't know whether to go for sugaring or go for waxing. They don't know which one's better. They think they're the same thing when they're really not. And I'm here to tell you which one I prefer because I've gotten both the treatments done before. So waxing pros, your hair doesn't have to be very long before you can get it waxed, so that's great. The more you wax, the less your hair is going to produce more hair out of that same follicle, because once you start ripping the root out of the follicle so often, it stops growing. Eventually, the follicle dies. Plus, your hair grows back thinner. Oh, and you can get little wax strips on the go. If you're going to the beach and you just need like a bikini wax strip or something, you can do that. You can wax your face, you can wax your legs. There's like roll-on wax. There's so many different options you can use for wax, and it's really easy. I've used that so many times, especially in the summer. Waxing cons though, I feel like there's a ton. It hurts. Everybody knows that. If you don't want to hurt as much, sometimes taking Tylenol or can like help relieve the pain. I've done it before. I don't think it makes a difference, but I'm sure there would be like a placebo effect that plays in there, and you'd think it wouldn't hurt as much. Um, Sometimes the waxing, it usually takes off your first layer of skin. Like it takes off a lot of stuff. It takes off your hair. Yeah, it takes off your first layer of skin. And if it doesn't take all your hair the first time, people can't wax over that same spot again. So you'll have that hair. They can pluck it, but the chances that they're going to see and want to put that extra effort into doing that is kind of rare. And you're probably not going to look at your legs right away and be like, oh, I see a hair. Like, you're going to see it after, and you're like, damn, like, they didn't even get that hair. And you'll have to do that yourself anyway. So that can be a problem, is you can't wax over the same spot more than once. It's not very good for sensitive skin. People say that waxing can be good for sensitive skin, like they'll do it gently. There's no such thing. Um, it irritates, it can be really irritating. If you don't exfoliate it properly, you can get red bumps, really bad red bumps, and that's from ingrown hairs. Um, so you got it, like, say you get it done on your legs or something like that. You have to exfoliate, like, with like a exfoliating scrub, um, every day after, like, 24 hours after having gotten the wax done. You, like, scrub, 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 so you don't have any ingrown hairs. And right after you get waxed, you get, like, your pores on your legs, or, like, legs, for example, they're really huge and they're, like, irritated, pretty sensitive. It's not like wax done. Like, no, you feel it stinging a little bit. The results are good. I mean, you do get waxed legs. They're a little red, so, wear capris or pants or something. Um, but I mean, your hair is gone up to anywhere from, like, the first time I got my legs done, I started seeing hair within a week and a half later. And then, but it does come back a lot finer, and I noticed that the first time I went to go get my waxing done. And uh, yeah, sometimes your hair also, because when they apply the wax on, okay, arm hair, for example, like my hair grows this way. If they apply, like, they apply the wax with your hair growth. So when they rip it off, sometimes instead of the hair, like, coming out from the root, it just snaps, which means it's going to grow back right away because it's kind of like shaving. So it'll grow back in like 3 or 4 days really quick, and then there'll be like a little sharp stubble instead of like a nice, fine, smooth hair growing through. But all in all, waxing is a great service to get. Like, it's, the one thing I like about waxing is it's really warm wax. So when you get it on your legs, it's like, oh, it's nice, and then, oh, pain. Yeah, why do girls do this to themselves? I don't know. But I do it, so I can't complain. Okay, so let's move to sugaring. Sugaring is the ball of guck with lemon, water, and sugar, hence the name sugaring. So the pros of sugaring are, it's okay, well, it's a lot more painful than waxing. Actually, it hurts like a ton, but the results are awesome. It's it's really good for sensitive skin. Really, really good for sensitive skin. And the way they apply it is they go against your hair growth, which I feel hurts more than them actually taking out the hair, because like pulls all your hair back, and then it's like out, and then it's just like this relief of, oh, okay, that wax isn't there anymore. It feels fantastic. So they apply it against your hair growth, and then in kind of like they kind of put a lot of sugar on it, and then in 3 strokes they're kind of like and take it all off. That was a weird sound effect. Anyway, take it all off there, and like if the hair doesn't all come out, they can go through over the same spot again. So you're like good results on that because you know you can be like completely hairless. Like after the service is over. And then another good thing about sugaring uh, is like for me, if I get my bikini sugared and my underarm sugared, and then I want to go to a pool, I like have the appointment 3 hours before, and I just go. Like it doesn't really stay red. It does like your pores aren't huge. Like it's really smooth looking. Like I'm always really impressed. Like I never, especially if I have my bikini done, it's a really sensitive area, and it's no, like it's fine. Like I can go into a pool after, or I can not recommend it if it's chlorine, but or a hot tub. Don't do that. That's disgusting. But like the results are really solid as soon as pretty much as soon as the treatment's over. There's no like redness. It does get sensitive depending where you get it. Sometimes under the arms can be a really sensitive spot for that. And of course, if you get a Brazilian, oh my God, it hurts a lot, but it's worth it. Um, the results last anywhere up to 1 week to 5 weeks. It's kind of like the same as waxing. And your hair grows back a lot finer, just like waxing. If the hair follicle dies, it dies, and your hair won't grow back as much. Again, first time I got the treatment done, I noticed a lot thinner hair was coming up. You gotta exfoliate. I didn't get as bad ingrown hairs as I did waxing when I sugared, but you still gotta exfoliate. I have, where is it? This awesome exfoliating scrub. I just bought it today because I was just at a sugaring appointment. It's like this little purple thing, and like you want to feel it, and you want it to be coarse, like a soft version of sandpaper. And then this is huge. Look at this. Oh my God. I've never had an exfoliating sheet this big. But it's really pretty and it's purple. I guess I can cut it into pieces and like take it into the shower or something, but it's kind of seamed up there, so it might unravel. So these are fantastic for exfoliating underarms, bikini, legs, especially legs. You want to like scrub your legs like crazy because there are some stubborn hairs that end up on your legs. So that's great for it. One thing I really like about sugaring is when they remove one spot of sugaring. They usually go over that same spot again, but it's numb. So you don't feel it the second time. It's so weird. It's numb. And yeah, so that's really cool. Great results. I absolutely love it for that, especially for um not ingrown hairs. Sensitive skin, perfect for sensitive skin. And they can also get ingrown hairs out really easy. Like sometimes I'll have ingrown hairs and my lady just like starts doing this weird little loopy thing, and sometimes it comes out, which is good. It kind of hurts, but it's good. Bad thing about sugaring is it friggin' hurts. I've said that a lot of times, but oh my God, it is so painful. Like twice as painful because it hurts going on and it hurts coming off. Especially like legs aren't too bad. It does hurt legs. But I mean, if you're going underarm, it really hurts. And if you're going Brazilian, God, that is painful. Like, I remember the first time it happened, I was like shaking. Not because it was like painful, I was gonna pass out, die, but it's just like you're having so much trauma to that area. It's like that's not normal. So yeah, but I mean it's totally worth it after. It's not too painful the hours that come after, but you don't want to exfoliate. I hope you guys know this, but waxing or sugaring, don't exfoliate 24 hours after you get your service done. Otherwise, it's just like bad for your skin, and your skin's like too hard because this stuff is pretty harsh. You don't want this on your baby new skin, so keep that in mind because it will really irritate your skin, and then like beautifulness gone. Another con to it is your hair needs to be a lot longer than it needs to be when you go waxing. Like instead of it being like I don't know how long hair it needs to get for waxing. But for sugaring, you gotta at least after shaving, at least wait like 2 to 2.5 to 3 weeks, which means your hair is disgusting and long. If you keep sugaring up though, it's like finer hair and you don't notice it as much, and the sugaring will still be able to pick it up after 4 weeks. But I mean, oh, like yeah, I remember the first time I decided to get my legs sugared. It was like I had to wear tights to work because I wear a skirt to work. I had to wear like tights to cover it up because I was like, this is disgusting. So that's something to keep in mind, is you have to grow it out a lot before it can actually happen. Otherwise, you can go there, they'll do like half the amount of hair because they can't pick up on the rest of it. So those are the pros and cons of sugaring and waxing. I hope that like helps you. I know a lot of people don't get sugared because they don't know what it is, but that's what it is. I totally prefer sugaring over waxing. The results are just so much more better. I absolutely love it. I recommend it to everybody. I'm always giving out my lady who sugars me out her number and everything. She's really good. Like I've gotten my sisters and my mom to go to her. She's good. And like it's really easy to find someone good at sugaring. You just go to like a sugaring place and they'll give you someone. If you don't like him, try out the next person or whatever. Or if you just have a bad experience, maybe don't sugaring's not for you. Maybe you're just a waxing person. But yeah, it's great. I love it. And plus the sugaring's natural. Like there are 3 natural ingredients. Wax is wax. Well, body wax, but like so it's like completely organic, vegan, and like perfect for those kind of situations. So yeah, I recommend that completely. So yeah, sugaring is my number 1. I really hope that this video helped you, and you'll try, like if you haven't tried one or have only done the other, you'll like attempt the other one or switch to sugaring. But like I absolutely enjoy it. I know sugaring's hard to come by in certain cities, but I mean if you find a sugaring place that's really good, absolutely go for it. But one thing, make sure, I know some places I've heard in the States from friends, they're like, yeah, like the ball sugar they tried to use on me had hair in it. I was like, yeah, nope, not good. Make sure that it's like it's sanitary. It has to be sanitary. And you can easily do that. The ball of sugar is practically clear. If it has hair in it, just be like, okay, you're not putting that on my body. Like, nope. Yeah, get your money's worth. Like, come on. I mean, there's problems with waxing too. Sometimes people don't strain the hair out of the wax. Or no, they strain the hair out of the wax and they reuse the wax. That's gross too. So there's problems with both things in that area. But you just have to go to a safe, sanitary place, get to know your sugar or your waxer, and then they get to know you, and then they respect you, and then they use good products on you, stuff like that. I mean, obviously that's rare occasions, but look out for that kind of thing just in case. So that's my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to follow me on my Instagram, smalltownchic1, or you can read on my blog. I wrote a blog about pros on sugaring and waxing. It's fittingthestiletto.wordpress.com. So you can look it up there, read it all if you didn't pertain too much from this video. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys look into it. Thanks.